Welcome to 2024. We're gonna take you all the way back to ancient times. By that I mean 2023 when we made this. Most expensive thing I've ever probably made is 20 bucks worth of Skittles to make 1 gallon. So it better be fucking good. That's all I know. Salut mon ami.
Good.
Hey brewers, it's Friday. I'm Brad, and if you don't know, this is Fucked Up Fridays. We're gonna be making some seltzer today. First time for me. We've got a whole bunch of kits, pretty much every fruit flavor you can imagine. But after that video, which you haven't checked it out, you really should, the sugar video, where I fell in love with Skittles as priming sugar, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna use Skittles as the entire grist for my seltzer. Skittles, turns out this is $45 worth of Skittles in Winnipeg at Bulk Barn. And we're only using the red and the orange to get our 1 pound that we need for our actual sugar content, just to do 1 gallon. So I mean, if you wanna do 5 gallons of say all red Skittles, that's gonna be 5 pounds of Skittles that you need to buy to get that volume. So gonna be a little pricey, but let's see if it's worth it. I'm gonna start counting out these, or separating these red and orange from the rest of the things. While I do that, you should probably hit that like and subscribe. Let's do this. So before you go, Brad, you're putting them right on the table. How's that sanitary? This is a stainless steel table that has been cleaned and star sanded. So I'm just gonna put them right on the table. We're actually gonna star sand our knife. I'm not gonna use my fingies to, actually I didn't get the other side. So let us go. I tied it too tight. Oh, did I? It's coming. Jeez, oh, look at that. I think I might need another bowl for this. All right. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a disaster. Get a yellow one in there, who cares? Wow, this is not easy. These are not easy to wrangle.
One week later.
Well, that was way harder than I expected. All right, so it's our pile, red and orange. Have you ever wanted all the red and orange ones? Like, I kind of want to just eat this. I've never done this before. This is unreal. It's blowing my mind. But anyway, we need them to make fucking seltzer. So we need 1 pound. 1 pound is what we put in, like, well, it's 5 pounds, 5 gallons. So I'm gonna put 1 pound in 1 gallon. Sounds legit. Okay, so let's get most of these in here. Oh, as usual, everything I do is a pain in the ass. What are we at there now? 1/3 of a pound. Let's see where we're at. 850, so we're gonna use them all. All right, well, we only lost a couple. And boom, just over 1 pound. Very exciting. Now, I feel like this is like a sports team's colors or something, you know? We should, you know, maybe we're onto something here. Is there anywhere you can just buy, like, just, you know, I want to go down and I would like a truckload of red Skittles, please. Just red. Anyway, I'm gonna get these, scoop these back into the bag. Oh, we found one more, yay. And so I thought about maybe heating these up and melting them down. I thought about a couple of things, but if you remember in the sugar video, I just dropped them in there and they were gone. Not a trace of them when we went to go check our carved beer. So I think what I'm gonna do, so I'm just gonna top this up maybe half the way, 3/4 of the way. We're gonna run this, see if we can get a bit of stuff to dissolve, but if we can't, I don't give a f. We're just gonna let it rip. Maybe I'll take a picture every day and see how they go down. So you may remember Kevin from some of the other videos. He's a Skittle monster. I'm pretty sure it's basically all he eats. So we're gonna give him all these derelict Skittles. Here, tie this up. A little bit of Skittles to tie this over. Let's get some water. So let's give this a shot. I'm really liking the how this looks. This looks fucking cool. Uh-oh. All right, stop looking at it, make some fucking seltzer. Let's go. So as you can see, all the color washed off pretty much instantly. Hopefully we retain a bunch of that color. That's gonna be really cool. So leave this here. And just give this another quick spray because it's been sitting out for a few minutes. Now, try not to make a mess. I don't know if I can't really tell if anything's dissolving, but this is fun. So it doesn't really look like much. Oh, they are starting though. Look at that from underneath. That's pretty cool. It smells amazing, you guys. Oh, yeah, one thing I was a little concerned about is there is like some non-fermentable stuff, these little white. So hopefully we'll be able to get that to settle out with our Kiezel Salt Cheeto Sand later. I'm gonna give this another blast just for fun, because it's fun. So that's definitely helping them dissolve, but like I said, the yeast will find them. The yeast, they're pretty good at that. They're pretty darn good at that. So, we're gonna have faith that these are gonna ferment out. This looks like some weird like gator eggs or something, right? Like, whoa. So let's just top her up, pitch the yeast, and fucking hope for the best. Let's do this. I'm actually, man, that is some of the best smelling stuff I've ever smelled in my life. There we go, leave ourselves a little bit of headspace for fermentation. We'll do another quick spray in here just to make sure our, you know, the O-ring in this lid is something I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with. Never seems to want to line up for me, so let's go quick. Oh, and of course I didn't put the yeast in yet, but luckily there's a big old hole in the top of this one. Grab some scissors. So it's our Mangrove Jack's hard seltzer, yeast and nutrient, because you need the nutrient for this one. If you just go yeast, you're probably not going to have a good time. So there are some other options, but Mangrove just has them both together. That's why we use it for the kits, why we like it. Oh, yeast and nutrient do not smell good. You know, they say you should always smell and taste things that are going in your beer, not except yeast and nutrient. Don't do that. Or you'd be like, I don't want this in here. So here we go. And this pack is for 5 gallons, so I'm going to use about a third of it. And then that's it. Into the magic box she goes, and we hope for the best. I can't wait to have a sippy poo with this. Hit that like and subscribe. Let me know if there's other candies you'd like me to try to make some stuff with. We'll see how it tastes first, because it's gonna be expensive as far as seltzer goes. But if it's awesome, I ain't got no problem paying for a good product. I'm gonna give that a little swish because all my yeast got stuck to the sides here. There we go. All right, I'm gonna check on it tomorrow, see if anything's started, and that's definitely the most colorful thing I've ever fermented. So, hey Kevin, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, hell yeah. Sweet. Thanks, bro.
Nice. It's all the derelict colors. Oh, there's one orange one in there. And I fucked up.
You missed it. Oh, throw the whole thing out.
Yeah, that's it. Hey brewers, we're back, and it is time. It's been about a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. We're dragging ass a little bit on this one, but time to transfer our Skittle Seltzer and do the clearing with our Kiezel Salt Cheeto Sand. Now, if you're trying to do vegan things, Kiezel Salt Cheeto Sand, they're shellfish based, so that would not be good option for vegan. You could try biofine. Definitely no gelatin findings if you're doing the vegan thing. Anyway, I have been dying to see. One thing I'm very disappointed about is when this started fermenting, this was red. And I mean red like this because it was red and orange Skittles, right? So the other weird thing is we've got this foam here at the top. And what I think that is I think it's xanthan gum of the Skittle hard shells themselves. That won't ferment, that won't go into solution. Same thing has happened when I do my Frosted Flakes beer. There's these little white flecks at the top of the mash. Couldn't figure out what that is. Turns out they use xanthan gum as well. So I don't think it's gonna hurt anything. It's still gonna drop out. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna use a siphon to transfer this. I don't have another 1 gallon in stock right now, so we're gonna use the 3 gallon. I know what you're thinking, Brad, there's gonna be 2 gallons of headspace. What's gonna happen here? We're gonna get all kinds of oxidation. Well, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pump, and be careful with this, especially if you're doing a glass vessel. We're not really gonna pump. I'm not gonna seal it off, but we're gonna push gently some CO2 in here to create a blanket of CO2 inside here on top of ours. It's only gonna fill it up about that much. So then at least we'll still be in a CO2 container, but we're not gonna put any pressure. We're just gonna stick that in there and let whatever extra leak out, okay? Do not ever pump CO2 into a sealed glass vessel of any kind. It will be a very bad scene. At best, you're gonna have a big crazy mess. At worst, you will be injured, okay? So let's get on it. First thing we're gonna do is open this up and have a smell because I am dying to, ugh. Didn't smell too bad. I wouldn't, definitely getting some Skittles out of that. I'm getting a lot of kind of, like McDonald's orange juice. It's not really orange juice. It's like, it's colored orange, but it doesn't taste like any orange juice you ever had. That's what this kind of smells like. And then we're gonna open her right up just so Trav can get a good shot. Okay, no, we're not. We'll just shoot inside there, and it looks like almost like marshmallows. It's like gelatin mousse or some kind of thing. Also, back to the vegan thing, are Skittles even actually vegan? Kev would be devastated to learn if they're not. I assume they probably are because he eats them like, I don't know if he eats other things. I think he just survives on Skittles. So, let's get this down on the floor. We got this here. We're gonna try and avoid all those pillowy looking things, but also, I didn't feel like busting out a brand new. We have a shorter version. It's called the Auto Siphon Mini. Didn't feel like busting out a new one, so I thought I'd just use my same old one. It'll just be a little more unwieldy than the Mini, but I think we'll be okay. And I don't do a lot of mini stuff. I'm not really a mini type of guy. So we, of course, already star sand everything. We've already star sand our fermenter a while back. And let's get that going. We want to try as best we can to get to the bottom. But we are going to be degassing this, so if we are letting a little bit of stuff, come out, it's okay. So give her a little pump. And there we go. So it's got a little bit of color as it's going through. I always give this top a little bit of a squeeze, get that air bubble out of there. It's kind of like a whitish peach goo kind of a thing. By the way, high five to the first person who ever left a pail of random shit outside and then it bubbled and got this gross foam on top. And then like a week later, they're like, you know what? I'm gonna drink that. Cheers to that fucking person. You've changed the entire course of human history. I love you. Yeah, like it doesn't look much like any fermentation I've ever transferred before. But this is the adventure of home brewing, and this is one of the more adventurous, if you will, brews I've ever done. A lot of people try to figure out a way for cheaper fermentables to happen. I've gone the opposite way. This is probably one of the most expensive fermentation adventures I've ever gone on a per capita, per beer basis, if you will. Look at that. I almost want to try eating that, but I'm not gonna. Oh, and there we're getting some red stuff. Of course, that's just going to settle out again. Oh, we'll let that get in there. What the heck? All right. Okay, boom. Now, this is definitely going to be interesting. I can't wait to taste this. All right, now, because we left it for 3 weeks, I don't think we're gonna need to do much on the degassing front, but we will give it a little rip and see what we come up with. If we don't get any much for bubbles coming out, we're just gonna go ahead and put in our Kiesel salt Cheeto sand, right? Give it a little spray, even though we already did. You don't need to get crazy with this. Just a nice little, I may have even vortexed it a little bit too much, but see how we don't see any bubbles along here? Nothing building up. So like this is degassed well enough already. So it'll save us a few minutes today. Somewhere around here I had a plug for this, but I seem to have lost it. All right, okay. First, Kiesel salt. See how it says D1 and D2? Oh, help if I held it right side up. Very important, you go 1 before 2. I'm not quite sure what will happen if you reverse them, but apparently the world will end. Oh, and I don't know why I took this off. Now I'm gonna have to restart sand it. I mean, I did, you know, not everybody has a stainless steel table, but I did sanitize this stainless steel table before we started. But sanitation, baby. I'm gonna give that a little stirry poo. Why can't they make this so it stays up? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now we're gonna give that 15 minutes and add our Cheeto sand. See you in 15 minutes. All right, we're back. Let that sit in there a little bit. And contains crustacea. Sebastian! No, sorry, my sister was really into The Little Mermaid. So as such, I'm really into The Little Mermaid by proxy. And now these are meant to treat 6 gallons of liquid, I just remembered. So this gonna be some clear shit. I really hope. Anyway. All right, just a nice little light stir. And then I'm gonna go find another plug. Oh, the plug that fell on the floor. Yeah, we definitely don't want that one. So give this a little squirtsy. And we'll put that there for the moment. Okay, so remember I said we're gonna fill up the headspace with CO2. So this is how we're gonna do that. Okay, and like I said before, we don't need much in the way of pressure. So we're just gonna use our Kegland carb cap. Okay, so that means we got nothing. Oh, I can just feel it on my face. Oh, it's so nice. It's suffocating me as we go. All right, okay, so see how I'm not, like it's not sealed? Even if I do that, it's not really sealed. So we're just gonna pump a bunch of that in there. CO2 is heavier than oxygen. It's gonna push our oxygen out. And then we're gonna slap this bung on there and wait for some clearing action to happen. Boom. And shut that off. And that's it. See you in a couple of days. We're gonna package this up. We're gonna use our Kegland 8-liter kegs, and then we're gonna have a sippy poo. Like, I can't frickin' wait. I really not quite sure what to expect here. I don't know if it's gonna taste like, do you remember like when drink crystals were like crystals and like you could have like iced tea that was like crunchy? Like this is kind of sort of what I'm expecting it to taste like, but not iced tea, of course. But here we go. See you next week for packaging. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you like me. If you don't like me, don't forget to feed me a ton of hate. I like that too. See ya.
2 weeks later.
I don't know, but the weird thing here is it didn't clear at all. We sextupled, that's right, sextupled the dosage of Kiesel salt Cheeto sand, and still, like the red's all down there. We lost all the color, but like this is some milky looking shit right here.
Looks like something Brad made.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Ever since Mark Morrow, remember him who worked for us?
Yeah?
He did that thing where he just fermented the Gatorade with some 1118. I have that video on my phone. We should upload that one.
It did ferment. It was
It did
horrible.
ferment. But the thing is, I've had much worse fermentables, like fermented things in my life. Like way worse. Like it was bad, but like nowhere near the worst. Like it got me thinking.
We should make a video of it. Fill up a 5-gallon carboy.
Yeah. Gatorade. I wonder if the crystals ferment just the same as if you just bought like a bunch of Gatorades and just put them.
It sounds like we need to find that out.
All right, well, let's see if this works. Let's open it up.
What is this anyway? I wasn't here on brew day.
So this is, we just fermented, I bought like a big old bag, like this big of a bag. It was like, I don't know, $30 worth of Skittles at Bulk Barn. And we sat there and separated out only the red and orange ones. And,
of course.
well, I didn't want to just have the whole fruit medley. Like, I mean, come on, I'm a brewer. Like,
we need a baseline. We need to start with
like
two
we got to start
colors.
with, yeah, you know.
We wrote off that bag, right? That's like $30-40 of Skittles.
Kev's been eating it. It's in the break room.
Well, if anyone deserves a nice treat, it's Kev.
So anyway, the weird thing here though is that we put our Kiesel salt Cheeto sand in. We were a little late on degassing, so it was really easy to degas. And like this thing.
And you didn't mix them up. This is part 1, part 2.
I mean, we'll have to look back at the footage and
Have
see.
to get Trav to take a look.
Yeah, because if that's the case, then there you go. Because I literally talk about how doing that is bad and you shouldn't do that. So
It's clearly indicated on the packs, by the way.
So there's a good chance that while talking about how you shouldn't do that, I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't do this. What I'm doing, and because
Either way, it could also be
either way,
knows what
we
the hell
don't
is in
know.
the
Like, if
Skittles.
you know why the hell the Skittles won't settle, please let me know.
Enlighten us.
Because this is
Comment.
we sextupled the dose. I just like saying that word, but it's actually one of those few times where it actually applies. And no bueno. Maybe that's part of it. You just put too much, and it's just like no, the reverse effect. I have no idea. Either way, we're going to transfer it into our Oxbar keg and fire that shit up. We'll see it. We're going to put it at 12 psi. We'll see in a few days. For the tasting, it smells pretty good. Like when you're fermenting random weird sucrose things, you never know. You know, so got that going for us.
Let me see.
It's a little sulfury. The more the color red has dropped out of it over time, the worse it smells. I'm like, you know.
How often do you smell this thing?
I like to smell things. Like, well, you know, I used to have a friend who liked to smell
That's
things
fair.
with me, but now you do your own thing. So anyway, we're gonna.
All right. So the plan is.
Oh, there's a hole in my Star Sand bottle. Whatever.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, we should probably start saying that though.
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And this.
I'm pretty sure I cleaned it before I put it away, but
All right, well, we're gonna
you
drink it.
can't be too sure.
We're gonna drink it way before infection can take hold. We're gonna keep it cold. That's one thing that homebrewers, you got to your advantage. You know, pro brewers have to worry about this stuff sitting around in cellars, potentially at room temperature, right in the fucking sun, maybe. And
I can't reach.
if you know, keg some. Oh, what have you done?
I don't know.
Oh, did this just become another video?
No, we'll figure it out. Maybe a fork can solve this problem.
All right, sanitary.
So we're not in a homebrew shop today, but we are in the kitchen.
Sanitary.
Well, it came out of your dishwasher, right? I don't see food chunks on here. Should be fine.
I use that for it's dingle hopper. You know, Little Mermaid.
Oh,
This is how you scratch up the inside of your kegs.
I was very careful. See? Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna wanna reattach.
All right, well, I'm gonna start transferring. Oh wait, no. I'm gonna give this a little shaky poo with the.
It probably came loose in the car or something. There we go.
I should have really brought more than like half a thing of Star Sand.
Ah, it's fine. It'll be fine.
There you go.
I'm not sure if spraying this all over your countertop's gonna make it fine. I'll do this one in the sink.
All right. Okay, I haven't even cracked the beer yet.
Oh,
Just got all excited. Well, hold on now.
Well, I only got one hand.
Got
so
some
it's
Skulls
fair.
Dark. I know, haha.
It's our German Schwarz beer.
It's made the
Good, and I
Schwarz
got our
beer.
peanut butter porter, one of my favorites. I love porters, especially American
Wow.
porters, and I love peanut butter.
That is dark. It's kind of
This
dark.
one's very
in the
dark
park.
too. Just take my word for it.
All right, let's go.
Delicious.
This hose is way too long.
Yep.
Maybe we'll just put it on the floor. On the floor. Yeah.
And I'll make it not tip over.
Yeah.
Oh, see, like that. Oh, there's some in there. Perfect.
All right. So just turn it over. Oh, if this was an IPA, I'd be like, no!
Probably should have purged the keg with CO2 as well, but it'll be fine. It's not splashing around. And,
This entire recipe is based on nonsense.
Yeah. We fermented Skittles. I don't think we're too worried about
Yeah, like if
potential oxidation here.
If this turns out to be something like kind of looks like Pink Whitney in the hose.
Actually, yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean, if this turns out to be just awesome, which I highly doubt.
Then for only $40 of Skittles, you can make a gallon of this seltzer? Seems like a good bargain. Eh?
Yeah, which is only like 6%.
To be fair, he did only pick out 2 colors. We probably could have made a full 5-gallon batch with all the colors, but you know, for science and all that stuff.
We could have done both a mosaic and a melting pot of colors at the same time.
Just have to send Kevin into Ball Barn to separate them all. Right?
Yeah.
All right, that is it.
Got it all in there.
Knock it over.
All right. Just in case we forget, I connected the beer line to the floor. But no, the beer line to the orange.
This is why.
Is this
you
what
never,
happens?
This is
Now
why
I
you never
understand.
use the last of the star set.
Now I understand why he does f***ed up Fridays. I'm doing nothing wrong here. I'm doing nothing wrong. It's all going to shit. Well, at least the floor look clean. We're all good.
Yeah, my dog licks this floor clean every day, so she'll probably appreciate it.
There we go. Hook this all back up. Easier said than done. Come on, there we go. Please don't fall apart while I screw this on.
That would be very, very funny. In the meantime, we got our Mini 360. Mini 360, is that what it's called?
Mini 360 core actuator regulator. I don't know why. It's a regulator for a soda stream. That's much more simple.
Yeah, but I mean, it's freaking cool.
Yes,
And
gas.
yeah, that thing totally fell apart in there.
Okay, well, for right now it doesn't matter because it's not carbonated. We need to carbonate this thing and then we'll worry about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just me. I think it's me. Like, it's just being around me gives people bad luck. You know? Yeah.
It's a future Brad problem that I don't need to deal with right now.
Well, remember when I said you could just open it up and drink it like a growler? That's what we're gonna do.
There you go.
I think both of you guys actually said that.
We did.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned
right.
it if your CO2 runs out or something like that.
I don't want to wait for our lives to get older or whatever the f*** he says. I'm putting it up to 30 PSI. We're gonna drink this in the moment.
Hey, hold on, I'm gonna purge. Little purge between here. All right, I think that's good enough.
So these things are rated to what, like 45 or something?
I guess we're gonna find out. Keep going. Just kidding.
Oh man, actually, we're up to 35.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Just kind of hoping for 30 there.
Yeah. Also, we are gonna
So
get this
touchy.
thing cold. It will take forever to carbonate at room temperature.
Yeah. We're gonna try.
Put it outside. Put it in your garage. It's already pretty cold here in Winnipeg. Mind you, pretty mild to be honest. Can't complain this year.
Jeez. That is, once you get up there, it's a bit touchy.
It requires a bit of finesse.
Yeah, it's not really my bag. There we go.
There, that's the.
30 PSI.
Don't touch anything.
Have you ever seen that guy who just like keeps adding rubber bands to watermelons until
Till they
they
blow
explode?
up.
Sometimes I feel like we're doing stuff like that.
This is true. I think we'd get more views maybe if we just started putting rubber bands on the kegs, see how many we can do before they blow up.
Just like call it goggles brewing and just always have protective gear on because you're
Well,
trying
we
to
could
make
do-
stuff blow up.
We could do that video where the guy wants us to pressure test pails. Which is a good idea. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just
But yeah,
seems a little bit dangerous.
well, that's what I mean. But we'd have to like set up a room and like you just get dressed in like some like serious like I don't know what kind of protective gear, like maybe a bomb
Hazmat.
/ hazmat sort of an outfit, and that's when you go in there and every day
do
you
it
just,
outside. Have
like,
a long gas
like you know
line.
like waiting for like bottle bombs and stuff to happen.
Yeah.
Every day you just go like
Just go a little kick.
just give it a little like.
Yeah, that sounds like a Brad video. I'm not I'm not advocating any of this. But anyway, so
I'm Brad, and this is Exploding Bottles
Yeah.
and Brew Ass.
so I wasn't here for the other videos. I guess we transferred it. We
transferred
pondered
it.
why it's not clear.
We
But
realized we can't hook up the fucking pickup tube.
yes, but we're gonna let this
At this
carbonate
time.
and taste it. And oh, it's your video, man. What else?
That's pretty much it. If you
Make
if
keg
you like
taste.
this fermenting weird stuff, like and subscribe. Sometimes I don't ferment weird stuff. Sometimes I do.
I want suggestions for other stuff like this that we could ferment. Thinking of a new video series in the coming year, 2024, of fermenting stuff like Skittles or Gatorade.
Well, and you like
crystals
spicy
or-
stuff. Like, what about fermenting like a jalapeno
Yeah,
with some beta amylase?
or whatever. But yeah, if you have any ideas of some cool shit that we could just will it ferment, leave a comment. We'd appreciate it.
Because everything will ferment, even you.
Well, if there's sugar, you add some yeast, you add some water.
We will all ferment.
It's gonna make something. Ah.
1 week later.
All right, it's clearly a up Friday, isn't it? Right. Skittles, Seltzer. Looks like it did clear up for us a little bit, which was quite the concern. All right, Trav, you get the firsties. Hello? Oh, no.
Paul's job not to. Oh, Paul's. It fell off.
It fell off. All right, so we don't need this. We're just gonna pour it like a growler. Remember how I said you could pour it like a growler? Well, we're gonna pour it like a growler. Fucking growlers, all right. Just gonna have to try and pour. Oh, come on. Yeah, just like you're having pop at Grandma's house. Well, it doesn't smell terrible. A little bit sulfury that I find all seltzers kind of smell like, but maybe I'm just sensitive to that.
Ooh, yeah, that looks not bad.
All right.
Vast improvement.
Uno. You know, this ain't your crystal clear seltzer, for them sissies. All right, success. Let's give this a little spritz with our CO2, just in case we really like this and want to drink more. All right. One for me, one for Kevin, and of course, one for our good friend Travis here. Get in there, buddy. Hey. All right. So we did not get that brilliant clarity. Kind of looks like, what does it look like, Kevin? It's kind of opaque. It smells smells good.
That
Smells,
smells great.
yeah. Well, let's put Travis's down. Salut, mon ami.
Good.
You know, I've had some seltzer, and it all tastes fake and weird. I kind of fucking like this.
I've definitely had seltzers from the store that were not as good as this.
Skittles seltzer, baby. I was really hoping that this would turn out good because I have all kinds of other candies that I want to fox with. Okay?
I could definitely drink a couple of these. It
Not-
dried out quite a bit.
Yeah, like it's nice and dry,
crisp.
effervescent.
Yeah.
Clarity would have been nice, but we like hazies. Don't be afraid of the haze. Remember that. Man.
Considering how weird and gross that looked at one point, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, success! We don't get that a lot around here on Fucked Up Fridays. Fuck yeah! Starting 2024 off with the bang!
Woo!
Again. But look at it. Like it's still, even though it's white, like there's still almost a little bit of an orangish, reddish thing going on, like
Yeah.
in the slightest way. But probably one of the uglier things I've drank, but you know, close your eyes and think of Jesus.
You can almost taste like the Skittle flavor. Like it's barely there, but it's there. Like there's like,
It's definitely there.
There's
And
like a fruitiness to it.
there's
that's more
definitely,
than just
and like I can't imagine that straight dextrose would have given like these kind of esters.
well.
Well, I'm gonna try it again. What would you like to see? Like Sour Patch Kids, jelly beans, thinking of maybe doing like coffee crisp, like as half of the grist for a stout or some shit. Like, I don't know, you know, fun additives. What can you brew with the stuff at the dollar store? Ooh, let's try that.
Dollar store brewing.
Dollar store brewing. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We got lots more good shit coming for you in 2024.